Renee, yeah. Man, I got it, wow.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Box Seats. This is the show we talk about sports with comedians, and being that's what we do, let's get ready to get the show started. Bring in my man Howie Bell. Howie, how you doing, sir?
What up, though? What's happening, Frank?
Now, how's everything?
Hey, man, I'm good, brother. We up.
Yeah. We're gonna get to that. My man Jason Hayes, filmmaker extraordinaire, is in the building too. Jay, how you doing, sir? How's everything?
Let's go Heat, baby. Let's go. Where D Jones at when I need it?
I love how you guys are petty like me when it comes out. Oh man, we got so much to talk about. Howie, we got a lot of stuff to talk about in NFL and sports overall in general. But before we jump into all that, Howie Bell, I'm gonna put you up first. There's one story I want to talk about first and foremost. I got to talk about University of Michigan, Sherrone Moore, because what a lot of people are not realizing, and they didn't even realize, or they're not talking about with Sherrone Moore story right here. Howie, let me make sure I put you here. Let me read this first. Sherrone Moore ended up striking a plea deal as he avoided the felony conviction in a confrontation case that happened on March 6, 2026. Actually, the incident happened December 10th, but he pleaded. He did this plea and everything else 3 days ago. He pleaded no contest to misdemeanor charges of malicious use of telecommunications device, basically a cell phone, and trespassing, leading prosecutors to drop felony counts of home invasion, stalking, breaking and entering, and a couple of other smaller charges. The incident stemmed from December 10th, when Moore, who was fired from University of Michigan that same day for an inappropriate relationship and dishonesty, and a probe that showed him and his assistant, Paige Shriver, ended up getting into some kind of dispute in their apartment where he entered, grabbed knives, ranted emotionally without touching her, supposedly. Now, here's this crazy part about this. All the charges were dropped, except for the one he did plead guilty against. And after the judge ruled his mistress was not a victim of stalking, evidence presented in the court showed he was set up, and the cops withheld evidence to prove he was set up. Howie Bell, I don't know how you think about this. When I read this whole thing, the level of anger hit me. I can't even begin to tell you, because the thing that really bothers me, Howie, is it was all over the place when he got fired. But you got to look for the story when you find out he was set up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can we get that same energy? You know what I'm saying, Howie? Can we get that same energy? What's your take, Howie?
Nah, you're not going to get that same energy. They concentrated more on him crying than anything else. You know what I'm saying? They was worried about that. And, this is Ann Arbor we talking about, brother. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, that's a big story here in Detroit, man. So, they are talking about it here locally. And they're saying the charges are dropped. And, he wasn't, found guilty of stalking and all that. Basically, it was consenting, and they was kicking it. They had a relationship of some sort. You know what I'm saying? Now, the setup part is where it's still foggy. Details are still coming out about that. But, hey, man, listen, I'm surprised that actually came out, that it's a setup.
Right.
To be honest, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He got looked up on that one. You know what I'm saying?
Especially involving a brother and a white girl in Michigan?
Oh, man, in Ann Arbor, Michigan,
Michigan.
Reiterate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's only a few places in America that can compare to Ann Arbor, So,
and they're all in West Virginia.
The thing that drives me nuts about this is the part, that one line where it says the police withheld evidence. That's the part that drives me up the wall, right? You know what I mean?
That reminds me of O.J. Simpson. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Tainted evidence, walking through the blood, doing all this, even though he might be guilty. You know what I'm saying? Y'all messed it up. So it's the same thing with Sherrone. He may be guilty of having a knife and doing some other things or whatever, but they, fumbled this. You know what I'm saying? So now what's going to happen? This man lost his job, lost all his money. So now what the good thing is, he could probably have a lawsuit coming, though, after this.
Yep. Get his money back.
Get his bread.
He got a
Get his
lawsuit.
bread.
Most importantly, he's able to become a coach again. You know what I mean?
And he
Because-
could become a coach again.
yeah, at the end of the day, it did come out. The police had withheld evidence, and it did come out that the chick was lying. You know what I mean? So let's
Yeah.
make sure we say that clearly and put that in the big,
These women love lying, don't they?
Yeah, they sure do. Get you caught up years behind that. Let's not forget that. He could have got years, not
Oh
days.
my God.
He could
Yeah.
have got years behind that.
Yes.
Jason, talk to me, man. I gotta say, Jay, you dabble around, around people who deal with the law more than I am. When you hear about, something like this and everything else, what's the first thing that jumps up to your mind besides the obvious, besides police withholding evidence, besides his brother, in Ann Arbor? What's the other thing that jumps up in your mind in today, where we living in today?
Man, these white hoes be lying out here, bro. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just white, bro.
I don't think it's just
No.
white.
I ain't no. This ain't no all hoes matter situation. These white hoes be out here telling fabricated ridiculousness, bruh. Talking about somebody grabbed them, screaming while talking to 911 when the dude filming her 20 feet away type stuff, bro. So now she wants accountability for the University of Michigan because they didn't keep her safe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, come on, man. Listen, she angling for a bag. The whole thing was about the bag. Dude snapped because he was clearly he's a cornball. Didn't understand the rules of keeping side chicks in line. And but I said from the very start, I'm like, first off, he's a millionaire, bro. They ain't sending millionaires to prison on a first offense. I don't care what he did short of murder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't put no hands on her. He ain't do nothing physical to her. I'm like, he ain't going to prison. You can say he could if convicted. That's just like, that's the extreme side of it, if it goes left. But even if convicted, he wasn't gonna get the max. But I remember going to this redneck sports site, Florida State fans, and they talking about, oh, he's gonna go, whatever, with all their trailer park law degrees.
Yeah.
And I told them then, I was like, bro, he ain't going to jail. I was like, he has no criminal background. He has no history of it. It's a side chick involved. Chances are they probably couldn't charge with invasion because he's probably paying the rent.
Probably.
And you can't invade a place that that you're paying for with your name on the lease.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that. Yeah,
and that's probably why they dropped that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So here we are, another white woman like the one with Emmett Till. Jammed the brother up. And listen, don't get me wrong. He did his part. He was reckless. Never should have done any of the things that he did. But it's not surprising to me that they played him out because he was never going to get jail time in the first place. And why go through a costly trial that you're probably going to lose because he got the money, pay the right lawyers, to get him off. Just plead him down, to a misdemeanor, get it out the court, and go about your life.
And let's not forget one other thing, Jay. Most of all the facts will come out. Everything that really happened, not the charge that you pressed, but everything that really happened will come out.
Always comes out.
Everything, including what the University of Michigan did and did not do.
Bingo. All
of that. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get this out. Let's
make
get
this go away.
Yeah, let it go away. Because I know one thing. I know one thing for a fact from my little bit of time of going to law school. What they press charges for and what you actually did is two different things.
That's true.
They did a whole semester in law school. What?
It was too boring for me. But anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it pushing. Howie Bell. The next thing we got to talk about, to me, there's a lot of big things that happened over the weekend since Friday today. I think one of the biggest things is right now is hearing that Mike Evans, wide receiver Mike Evans, ended up going to Tampa Bay Buccaneers to sign a 3-year deal with the San Francisco 49ers, which I thought was crazy because the deal's worth $60.4 million. And he ain't a young chicken. He ain't no spring chicken. You know what I mean?
He's still productive though.
Yeah, he's extremely productive. He got 4 or 5 years straight, 1,000 yards easy every single year.
No, 10, 11 years straight.
Okay, regardless, that man got years of producing 1,000 yard seasons. You know what I mean? Give him his flowers. But I think Howie, to me, I look at this and I was like, this dude wanted to win another Super Bowl. He thinks he literally is signing because he might have looked at the outlook and said, okay, Tampa Bay ain't gonna win nothing. They might come close, but I have a much better chance of going to San Francisco or what they have to win a Super Bowl. So you think this? I think it's a Super Bowl move. What you think, Howie Bell?
Yeah, I mean, at that point, at his age, it's all about Super Bowl right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be nothing else. You don't move to San Francisco to retire. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that ain't really a place. You going to play football. You want to win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would say that. I'm a little surprised that Tampa Bay let him go though. What did they get in return?
Nothing.
It was a free agent.
Contract
Oh, he's a free agent. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, man, wow. Yeah, that's yeah. Well, it still freed up some money for them, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it was about.
Yeah, it freed up some money so they can do something. I was just thinking of Tampa Bay for a second, but San Fran came up with him though. You know what I'm saying? They came up. They're already a good team. Yeah, so
notice too, Howie. I'm pretty sure Tampa Bay didn't offer him $60 million. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm sure San Francisco overpaid for him. If you ask me. And
they may have. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, definitely. That's
a lot of money.
Jay, where you at with this? Because it's a nice deal for a guy who's who's on the tail end of his career. 3 years, $60 million, 60.5 actually. What you think, Jay?
Hey, I think 2 words: Emeka Egbuka.
Please explain.
Emeka Egbuka should have been NFL Rookie of the Year. I think he was Offensive Rookie of the Year last year, right?
No, I don't think so, bro. I don't think.
Well, if he wasn't, he should have been.
He was in the running, definitely. Yeah.
Right. I mean, he was one of the best rookie wide receivers that we've seen in years.
Yeah.
Right. And he's on a rookie deal.
Right.
Right. So they say, okay, Mike been dinged a lot. You know what I'm saying? So really, we just playing with Egbuka and these other dudes anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It gets to the point to where you can even though you're still productive, you can get priced out of the place where you are, even though they would like to keep you.
Mm-hmm.
And my motto is don't give no money back to ownership.
Mm-hmm.
Like I ain't giving no team discounts, no grandma discounts, no nothing discount. You hear me? You gonna run me all that I can get.
Right.
He already won a Super Bowl.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? Now listen, this is a dude who has had 11 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
I thought it was 5. But you're right.
That's
11.
That's
impressive. 11 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons with the injuries. Imagine what his stats would look like, if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
He's still 6'5". He can still run. You know what I'm saying? And San Fran, that's what they need. I mean, they got to get better at receiver. So he's worth it to them because they're closer to winning than Tampa is anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's still one of the best wide receivers in the league who catches the ball at the high point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, like if not the best wide receiver that catches the ball at the high point. A lot of guys can't catch the ball at the high point. It's got to be to the side, to the left, to the right. It's got to be certain spots and everything else. But he battles with any cornerback as he gets the ball. And he's, if not one of the best, if not the best. So
he's 6'5", man.
Yeah. And
you know what? That speaks a lot to his conditioning too, though.
Yeah.
For him to be that productive for that long on that level, that dude he's serious. You know what I'm saying?
Name his quarterbacks that he did it with, Howie.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
Come on, bro. He ain't never had. Well, he had Brady.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield.
But he ain't have
Baker Mayfield. He had Jameis too. Jameis could sling that rock.
Yeah, James. Yeah.
All right. So Howie Bell, the other big thing that happened. I mean, there's a whole bunch that happened in the last couple of hours, man. The other big thing that happened is Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker ended up signing a deal with the Kansas City Chiefs. And let's be honest, I don't think anybody saw that coming. He's getting a 3-year, $43.5 million base value, and of that, $28.7 million is guaranteed. And let's not forget either that it's the Kansas City Chiefs. So this changes the dynamic of what the Kansas City Chiefs can do and what they will do with this. Hey, you got a Super Bowl MVP as a running back now, and this dude was a monster running. Monster runner. You know what I mean? How you like this, Howie?
That was a power move by Kansas City.
Right.
That was a power move. You know what I'm saying? Like they took the Super Bowl MVP. Dog. They was like,
Right.
you know what? Give me that. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, for real. I mean, that was I don't know what they did behind closed doors to come up with that deal to get him up out of there and get them, but Kansas City did. That was gangster. That was football gangster right there, because now with their quarterback and this guy and whatever they're gonna do, listen, bro, they coming back. They coming back. I guarantee you they back close, if not in the Super Bowl.
I will say this, Jay, and I'll say this 100%. I'm sure it is 100%. I don't think anybody was offering Kenneth Walker $43 million and guaranteed 28.7. I don't think anybody. That tells me how bad the Kansas City Chiefs wanted this dude, and they knew by getting him and Travis Kelce coming back, they knew by, which we're going to talk about in a second, but Travis Kelce coming back, it helps them free up their offense with the wide receivers they already have, Jay. You know what I mean? They already have, not saying that they're going to get a couple, because they are going to get a couple of the wide receivers, but what they already have on paper, that's the way I look at it. How you look at it, Jay?
I'm looking at it like, I don't know what you talking about, Frank, because Stevie Wonder and Dead Ray Charles saw this coming. Listen,
I ain't see it coming for nothing.
Kansas City missed the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Running back is their most glaring weakness on the team.
Right.
And then Seattle let a Super Bowl MVP, a dude that tore the league up this year, walk because they didn't want to pay him.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, everybody, you know, I heard even the Super Bowl was talking about, hey, he could land in Kansas City next year. They was talking about it. So I'm just surprised that they pulled the trigger on it, to be honest. You know, and for the money, if they had to go there to get him, they had to go there with that number to get him. Because if they could have got him for less, they would have paid him less. They, you know, listen, one thing the NFL doesn't do is overpay for running backs.
Right.
So if they paid that tells me that another team was in the mix that needed a running back too, just as bad, and they was willing to pay him X amount, and Kansas City had to beat it.
Well, let's make sure we clear on one thing. Kansas City pulled all stops to get this dude too. You know what I mean? Like they went out, they pulled all stops to make sure they got him. So I thought it was shocking and glaring. Okay.
But you only do that if there's competition.
And you know what, too? Let me say this to Jay. That turns their play action into something unbelievable. With Patrick Mahomes and this dude, no, they play action ball. Game is gonna be on another level, bro.
And he's a slow runner with it too. You know what I'm saying? You know, like he's so patient with it.
Right.
Like play action will be crazy.
People. Right. Yeah. He's really good. Let me just say this breaking news real fast. The NBA has canceled the Atlanta Hawks Magic City promotion that was scheduled for March 16th because of all that Magic City stuff that was going back and forth, which I think is kind of hilarious that they even had to put out a press release to say that. But I guess that's a story for another day. We're going to talk about that in depth.
Can I say one thing real quick, Frank?
Sure.
I can't stand the Christian whites. We can't have Nathan. That's Atlanta, man. You didn't even live in Atlanta.
What did they want to do with Magic City with the NBA? I'm not hip to the story. That's
it was a whole promotion. Magic City on the jerseys and all that.
Yeah, they were trying to go for it. Oh, they were going for it.
Yeah.
Hey, Howie, all they was doing was representing that real with them ATL streets really like for these basketball players.
They was gonna put it on the jersey.
The Magic City on the chest.
They were gonna do a lot. Which is funny.
Woo! Now that's funny.
Yeah.
And the Christian whites just couldn't stand it.
Yeah, I think the Christian blacks couldn't stand it either.
Them too. Them bastards too.
They were marching
with a white Jesus in their church.
That's one time they were marching arm in arm with the Christian white.
Now we was together on this.
Yeah.
Right.
Mother's like, oh no, baby, we're not gonna do that. No, we ain't
you talk about the Bible Belt, baby. Yeah, they ain't doing that, man.
Yeah, we ain't doing that. All right, now to me, another one of the biggest news of the weekend. I think this happened Friday, maybe Saturday. I'm not sure. Was the Raiders agreed to trade Max Crosby to the Baltimore Ravens? Howie Bell. And let's see. Here we go. They traded him for their first round pick and and a first round pick in 2026, a first round pick in 2027. So basically 2 first round picks. And let's see, the Ravens defense featuring is going to be featuring Odell Owa, Raquan Smith, Kyle Hamilton under new coach Jesse Minter. Crosby led the AFC with 14.5 sacks. Wow. Calls himself a Raider for life, but you know how upset he was. And the deal awaits the NFL approval for the beginning of the so-called new season. To me, Howie Bell, this changes the dynamic in one aspect for the Baltimore Ravens definitely in the AFC. They got back in the mix really quickly because Max Crosby is he's that dude. How you look at it, Howie?
I'm mad the Lions didn't never get him, man. We never tried to get this guy. I don't understand that, but that's a whole nother story. Max Crosby is incredible. He's that guy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how many years he got left under him. You know what I'm saying? But because he's been around for a while, I don't know how many years he's been in the league, but he's been around. But I don't know how. You know, he's still at the top of his game. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that turns the Ravens, man. They said, "Hey, we back in the mix, baby." You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but Howie, make sure you remember this one thing. Remember how bad the Ravens were at the beginning of the first half of the season, with how bad they were with their defense. This puts them on par with being back to where they used to be. You know what I mean? Like, so
they're a defensive organization. They always have been. Right. And so I ain't surprised at all, really. You know what I'm saying? That's what their personality is. You know what I'm saying? Defense. So you know, for them to get him is no surprise at all. They know for having great defensive players. You know what I'm saying? So hey, you know that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure. You know Lamar's happy about it. You know what I'm saying? At least he can. You know, don't have to keep. You know what I'm saying? You know, doing as much. Maybe the defense can get some points now, you know what I'm saying, to do some things for them, you know, what they traditionally known for doing. So that's good for Baltimore, man.
So, Jay, the funny thing about this is the first 6-7 games, Baltimore had one of the worst defenses in the league at the beginning last year. And towards the end of the season, around the last 8, 9 games, they turned things around. I don't think that they're going to have this issue coming in this year at all. So, and also they got new coaching staff. So how do you expect this whole thing to be able to play out with Baltimore by adding new coaching staff and adding Max Crosby to their team?
Well, 2 things real quick. Howie, the reason why the Lions didn't go after him is because they are already paying Hutchinson $44 million a year. And Max Crosby making $40+ million a year. You can't have $90 million a year on two defensive ends.
On 2 people,
You just can't do that.
And Max Crosby from Michigan too, I think.
Is he?
I think so.
He might be. You know, one of small school, Central Michigan, West.
Yeah, I think so. I'll be honest.
Yeah, let's ask White Chocolate when he comes in. Keep going. Go ahead, Jay.
The other thing is the one thing Baltimore could not do last year was rush the passer.
Right.
Like they were less than anemic. You know what I'm saying? You know, like rushing the passer, getting to the QB. Now, to be fair, they had a lot of injuries last year to key defensive linemen, and it's hard to overcome that, especially in the NFL. So it just shows that they're all in. They hired a former defensive coordinator, you know, to come be the new head coach.
Right.
And every coach, they want to get their guys. And they hired him from the Chargers, right? So he saw Crosby twice a year. So he was like, I coached against this guy twice a year. I know what he is. Let's go get this dude because I think, you know, he can be something to change things. And listen, the thing about, you know, having a really good defensive lineman is that, you know, it's going to be forced fumbles. They're going to make him throw that ball a tick earlier, you know, at least INTs. Lamar deserves to have short fields, man. Why he got to drive 80, 90 yards every drive? So good defense helps the offense.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's not forget either that if Myles Garrett wasn't in the league, my man Max Crosby would be making so much more noise. But because Myles Garrett's in the league, we don't hear the way we could. You know what I mean? Garrett,
he played for the Raiders. That's why you ain't hear about Max Crosby.
That too. But still, with 14.5 sacks, bro, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal.
He tough, bro.
Yeah,
he tough.
You know, honestly.
Now, on a side note, there has been some buzz about Myles Garrett and the Lions. But I don't know if Cleveland, has been here. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got
I
to
don't
trade
know.
Hutchinson to get Garrett then.
No,
Yeah.
they talking about getting him and keeping Hutch. No, they ain't. They trying to add him.
They
But
can't do
yeah.
Oh, they can't do that because of the
They
math.
can't afford it.
The math ain't mathing. They can't do that. They would have to trade him. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
got
they're not going to trade Hutch, but they trying to get Garrett too, bro. I'm telling you.
No, I'm telling you for a fact they can't do that because of the math don't work. And the only way they do
They had to get rid of somebody else. They were talking about Jameson Williams. Actually, to be honest, they were talking about J-Mo.
I mean, now that's some money you
I'm
can
telling you what's been going on around here. That was a little bit of the buzz. Yeah,
a wide receiver is going for what right now? About 30 mil a year now, right?
They would have to trade half their team to do that, or at least 2-3 other guys, and then they would be worse. I don't see them doing that.
That would be tough, though.
Yeah, I don't see them doing that because you trading the 2 or 3 other big money guys on your team. You make your team worse by adding those 2 guys. Yeah, it'd be good on one side of the ball, but the other side, you lose.
We need another pass rusher, man. That's what it's coming down to.
Yeah, you do, but you don't.
But
need that rusher.
But that one side of the ball would be diabolical
at $40 million. My man Damian Jones is in the building. What's up, D Jones? How you doing?
I'm sad to hear about Magic City. I had bought 3 tickets. I was on my way out there. And like Jay said, it was just putting on Magic City, and T.I. was performing at halftime, and they had Sweet Lou lemon pepper wings. That's it. But some white player from Utah got mad and protested it. That's a beautiful night. It's a historical place. It's a beautiful place. And I know we talking about Max Crosby, but I had to get that out.
All right.
See, like I said, the religious whites ruin it for everybody.
Come on now.
So it's beautiful. Talk to me about Max Crosby. How you feeling about this before we move on?
Man, I wanted Max Crosby. I think every team wanted Max Crosby.
Everybody wanted Max Crosby.
Who did not want Max Crosby on their team, bro? Like he's gonna boost your defense, whatever team he's going to. And the Ravens, they in win now mode. If you don't win now, it's an epic failure.
Not only that, if you don't win now, there's a lot of people's jobs are going to be in question because they changed over the whole head coaching staff.
This on Lamar. This ain't on nobody else, but they done gave you a defense now. They went and tried to get you a receiver last year with Hopkins. You got one of the best running backs of all time. All you needed was a defense to give you the ball back. You got it. Now it's your turn.
Well said, bro, because that's definitely how it's going to be looking at. The other thing is let's talk about this, Howie Bell. The other thing is Malik Willis ends up signing with the Miami Dolphins. They let go Tua this morning. They released him. Tua ended up signing with Atlanta for a 1-year deal. Let me just say this for the record. I think this is one of the dumbest deals. It's smart for Malik Willis, good for him. But Miami has got to be one of the dumbest organizations right now because they have, by releasing Tua, they have, especially at this date, they have $99.5 million over 2 years dead cap money on their roster books right now, more in NFL history than anybody. So I thought this was ridiculous to me. Like I don't know how rich you got to be, but throwing away almost $100 million is insane to me. But Howie, how are you looking at Malik Willis signing with the Miami Dolphins? Do you think this is a good deal for him or in Miami?
I mean, I don't know, man. I like Malik Willis, you know what I'm saying? But Miami, like you said, their organization. The only reason why people go to Miami is for the women. They don't go for the football. So I mean, so the football is like an additive, like an amenity. You know what I'm saying, or some sort. So they don't take it serious down there, man. You know what I'm saying, like that. You know what I mean, not like that. So like you said, they throwing away $100 million. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying. So I don't know. But Tua, I'm not surprised that they let him go though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm surprised that somebody else picked him up because he got 4 or 5 concussions. Like I didn't think he was going to get signed by anybody else.
I didn't think he was going to get signed either. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was gone, but I know he's going to stay. But hey, if somebody knows something I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But good deal for Malik Willis though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, good for him. You know, he can be down there, hang out.
Yeah. Jay, what's your thoughts on this, bro?
My thoughts. I looked up Willis's contract. They're paying him $67 million over 3 years.
Right.
Oh, he kicking ass.
How much is Tua making per year right now? 40 something, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So
From Miami. So you know the deal.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, it's worth it to Miami because they essentially signed a starting quarterback, or somebody who can start for a fraction of what they was paying a dude who wasn't winning with, you know. So to them, it's worth taking a dead cap hit just to get him off your books. 2 years from now, Tua never happened. So take the short-term hit, man. It makes sense to me financially, to be honest.
Yeah, it doesn't to me. I'm sorry.
You can lose for less money.
Yeah, you could, but $100 million is $100 million. You know what I mean? D Jones, what's your take on this?
You thinking with Frank pockets?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am.
100 million, them boys ain't nothing. That's a tax deduction.
I think Malik Willis will always be a good backup. I don't see him being a great starter. But if you're going to give me $60 million to live in Miami, I'm going to get a house off the beach, put a clinic next to it, because everybody got to get tested before they come in my house, because I'm in Miami, baby. I'm raw. I'm going raw. I'm talking about not I'm going raw.
You taking chances.
I'm taking my chance. It's Miami.
Hey, Howie. D. Jones said he didn't even want latex gloves in his house.
Nope. My house be connected to the clinic. I'm gonna use condoms, but if I run out,
you ain't gonna reuse them.
I got some breaking news.
Have you ever been to Miami?
Yes, Miami is
Lord
yes.
have mercy. Just
Lord,
walking up the beach.
Miami is a beautiful thing.
But no, Malik Willis will never be a great starter. And he got to mess with the AFC champions every year. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be good for him.
Breaking news. Looked like I missed this one. It happened 29 minutes ago. Tom Brady and the Fanatics Flag Football Classic is moving from Saudi Arabia to LA because of the Iran-Iraq war travel advisories. We all know how that's going. And I think that's probably better anyway. Best for everybody, because I can't see Tom Brady say, you know what, let me go over to play flag football in this Iraq-Iran situation. Yeah.
He will still go over there.
Yeah, I don't know about not right now, not right this second. No, I don't see that. But I understand.
He will still go over there.
So let me move on to the next thing, man. Let's talk about this Travis Kelce situation, Howie Bell, because he's returning to the Kansas City Chiefs. And right now it looked like he's signing a 1-year, $12 million deal that has a max value of $15 million if he hits his incentive. How you like Travis Kelce coming back with what we said is the NFL MVP signing over there too, because it helps them free up a lot of stuff. What you taking this, Howie?
I think Kansas City like it. I don't think the rest of the NFL fans are gonna like to see his wife for another year. Or I think that's the big news.
The Mackets ain't gonna like that at all.
No, man, they hated seeing her every time the camera flashed on her. So I don't know. The real NFL fans do not like it. But for them, for the team, man, that's dope. I think, the last hurrah for him. That's the whole thing. Now, here we go. That's why Lamar and them not going to really do it. Look how good Kansas City is about to be. Look at how good the Patriots are. Look at how good, it's just the AFC. I don't know, man. It goes back to that ball. It's tough. Jacksonville, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like,
Denver.
What is Baltimore going to do? You know what I'm saying?
Jacksonville Jaguars got better today too. If I remember correctly.
See, the AFC is tight, bro. You know what I'm saying? I get it. They have Max Crosby and all that, but I don't know. This ain't the do it or bust year for them, because it may not happen. You know what I'm saying? For real. And Buffalo got better too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
DJ Moore.
It's gonna be bananas this year.
It's gonna be very, very interesting. Jay, what's your take on Travis Kelce returning to the Kansas City Chiefs?
It makes sense, man. Because he ain't gonna go out with that bad taste in his mouth for missing the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured that he would come back, if for no other reason, to not let that be his last season going out the way they went out, with like not even making the playoffs.
Right.
Now anybody with eyes saw last year that he ain't the same dude.
Right.
So for him to come back, I just think it's like I can't say a pride thing. I mean, because pride is the wrong connotation, but it's just him like trying to go out on better terms, and feeling like they can do at least one last push, to get like at least one more and like leave on top.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I also real quick, Frank. Hey, Howard D. Jones, do y'all think Frank would have did some breaking news about somebody else quarterback not playing a flag football team?
That's why that was news. That's why it's breaking news.
Hold on.
I'm like, ain't no way in hell.
Why? What you trying to say, Jay? I don't understand. What you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that the two words that have preceded flag football team was Tom Brady.
Well, I'm not a Tom Brady fan though, boy. Jay, you need to make sure you get that, especially the way Tom Brady made sure he didn't deal Max Crosby to the New England Patriots. That's a couple things. He did a couple things. I'm not a Tom Brady fan like that no more.
You should respect him more, man, because y'all did Tom type dirty.
Not y'all.
Y'all did Tom real dirty, man.
Steve Jones, tell him that was Bill Belichick. That wasn't me.
That was definitely Bill Belichick. He got a huge statue now. He's all right.
Yeah, he good.
He all right. But it should have been the top story, though. That shit, Tom Brady. It should have been the top story.
Tom Brady playing flag football up in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I think
it should have been the top story. It's Tom Brady. It's the GOAT.
You know what though? Brady just strikes me as this all forgiving person.
He don't to me. He feel like he's petty to me. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
okay. He ain't no forgiving person like that, which is why Max Crosby playing for the Ravens in the same division.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Man, can you imagine if one of them NFL planes got hit by one of them drone missiles trying to go over there and do that shit, man?
If they blew up Tom Brady, oh my god!
Oh my god! Hey, look, that'd be World War III for real.
Hell everywhere.
D. Jones, what's your take on this, man? This Travis Kelce return to the Kansas City Chiefs situation. What you think?
It's crazy because, like Jay said, he wasn't the same last year, but I think he still led the team in receiving yards,
which is terrible. That tell you why.
Yeah, like that's wow. That he did that. He's not the same. I think having his running back's gonna help. They need another receiver. They should have got Malik Willis because I don't know when.
Okay, he dropped the phone.
Yeah.
I hope D. Jones ain't driving.
He is.
D. Jones, you ain't driving, are you?
Can y'all see me?
Yeah, we can see.
He driving.
They needed Malik Willis because when is Mahomes even coming back?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. The ACL.
Yeah.
He hurt. So, and we're
He'll
not
be
going to
back.
be because without Mahomes, they're not putting him on TV.
Right.
That may be why they were dead set on getting Kenneth Walker.
Right.
Because at least they can run the ball until he get back.
Yeah. But they need a who's the backup quarterback? They should have got somebody.
I don't know who they had last year.
They just signed Minshew. I'm since White Chocolate is here, I'm gonna have White Chocolate look it up. Okay. See who the Kansas City Chiefs just signed. White Chocolate. All right, let's move on to the next story. Let me see. Howie Bell. Put Howie Bell here. All right, Howie. So here's the crazy part. The Cincinnati Bengals assigned former Kansas City Chiefs safety Brian Cook to a 3-year deal, $42.5 million, according to Jeremy Fowler from ESPN. Cook, who's 26, had his best season of his 4-year career in 2025, recording a career-high 6 pass breakups and 85 tackles. Now, we all know that the Bengals need defense because they had just lost Trey Hendrickson. You know what I mean? So they say, okay, we got to get back in defense. Howie, how you liking this move for the Cincinnati Bengals?
They're adding to what they needed. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have no defense, did they?
No.
I don't think they had none. You know what I'm saying? Like they couldn't stop nobody. So I mean, their offense is still putting up points. So yeah, man, that's good for them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if that's gonna solve all their problems, but because they need a lot. You know what I'm saying? But hey man, that's good for the Bengals.
I agree. I think it was a pretty good move. Well, how you look at this, Jay?
First off, it just dawned on me. D Jones is doing a real humble flex right now. He has the audacity to film from inside his car when gas is $500,000 a gallon. Yeah, hey, listen, I got so much, baby. Check this out. I'm in my car driving.
No, hey, listen. I didn't drive home because gas cost so much.
You see folks, man, pushing their car with half a tank.
Yeah.
Ian Park right now.
No idling, no nothing. Okay, Frank, I'm sorry. What was the question again?
We were talking about
how terrible Cincinnati still gonna be.
Yeah, and their defense. Yeah, and they're signing.
So speaking of having all your money on one side of the ball, you know what I mean? So Howie, that would be the Lions, except in reverse.
Right.
Y'all would have, two dudes break the sack record, maybe even three, but y'all gonna win 3 games because you can't score. Right? Now, I mean, it's the Bengals, man. And Mike Brown, man, he ain't never gonna do what he really got to do to really win. Because I don't think it matters that much to him. So they ain't never gonna be really good, to be honest.
But don't Joe Burrow want to get up out of there?
No, not yet.
He might want to get out of there at some point, man.
I think he do. I think he want to get up out of there.
He might want to get out of there.
I think he will. I just don't think he does right now. I think if they have another bad season, I think he'll be. I need to get out of here. But Howie, let me move over to the NBA side of things, man. I don't know if you all got a chance to see San Antonio and Houston. I'm gonna say this for the record. I think San Antonio put the entire league on notice yesterday. I think they let everybody know that Wemby has arrived. I think they let everybody know that they will be the team to beat. You know what I mean? This upcoming year. I that's just the way I looked at it and everything else. How you looked at the San Antonio defeat of the Houston Rockets yesterday? Howie, Bill?
The San Antonio Spurs have been blessed with some of the best big men in the history of the NBA, bro.
Ever.
Yeah.
I mean, how do they keep getting them?
Yeah.
I'm talking about super duper all-star type caliber. Every 5 to 10 years, they got somebody else that's gonna be there for 10, 15 years. You know what I mean? Like they have figured out their basketball culture is stellar. And Wemby, I'm a fan, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I am definitely a fan. I'm seeing him do that little when he ran down and did that reverse.
Can't hear Howie.
Did you get a call?
You can't hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So people always try to call you when you're on air. But I'm that reverse dunk I was talking about that he did, like kind of off a fast break. Anyway, he was just doing some phenomenal stuff, man. And I don't know, man. I think the league has been on notice. But what he's showing is that they almost unstoppable. Like, how do you stop this dude? People are gonna have to strategize and figure out how to play when he's in the game, bro.
To me, the best play of the game was when he punched that ball when that dude threw the layup, and he.
Oh my God, yeah.
That was the best play of the game to me. You know what I mean? I couldn't believe he caught somebody out there like that. D Jones, Jay. I'll come to D Jones in a second. How you looking at this game, man? Did San Antonio let everybody know they on notice? What you think about this?
I forget who been talking to San Antonio all season long on the show. I want to say it might have been Howie.
Yeah. I've been talking about.
Like Howie said from the very start, that San Antonio's going to be a problem. While I thought they'd be good, and as much as people talk about, Wemby, man, Stephon Castle was no joke.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox is no joke.
Yeah.
Devin Vassell is no joke.
Yeah.
And Ron Harper's son looked like he might be one himself. So they did not miss in the draft from what I'm seeing. Because everybody they drafted is playing and contributing in a major way. I just pulled up, their payroll, right? The highest paid player on their team is Harrison Barnes.
Yep.
He makes $19 million a year. Everybody else is making $2 million, $5 million, $9 million, $3 million, $12 million. Wemby only making $13 million because he on his rookie contract still.
That's crazy.
So So Wemby on his rookie contract deal. Stephon Castle is on his rookie deal. Devin Vassell, I take that back. Devin Vassell is making 27 a year. But even that's not 40 a year. So they got flexibility, man, to do some. Man, listen, I thought OKC was gonna run the West. I don't know now.
Yeah.
D Jones, where you at with this, bro? How you feeling?
The guys Jay just named, they're good without him. Like they're already a good squad without him. When he don't play, they still win. And then when you add this cheat code, it's crazy. He can block your shot and in front of the basket if you shoot a three or at the basket. Like I'm not impressed with him dunking. You're 7'8", so when he do the windmills and stuff like that, I'm not impressed.
Yeah,
I am impressed with his offensive skills. He's still light. And if I did bet a few weeks ago, I would have bet San Antonio to make the finals, which I probably did. I got money on them to make the finals.
Oh, damn. Well, that's over with.
But beating Houston is not telling me nothing.
Okay.
Houston's good, man.
Yeah,
but the way they beat them though, they manhandled them.
Right.
But didn't they just lose to the Knicks by 30?
Cool.
Yeah, but so did the Pistons.
No, the Pistons didn't lose to the Knicks by 30.
But you lost to a loaded team.
Don't worry, we're gonna get to the Pistons in a second. Let me bring in White Chocolate. White Chocolate, what's happening? How you doing, sir?
Good, guys. How you doing?
We're gonna come to you in a second. I just wanted to bring you in real fast. We're gonna come to you in a second. I just wanted to get this next round. We gotta talk about, speaking of the Pistons, we gotta talk about the Pistons are on a 4-game losing streak. I don't know what's happening.
Damn.
I don't know what's going on. I don't understand what's going on with the Detroit. Talk to me about Detroit Pistons, man. What's going on in Detroit? Is it they're not paying attention?
You know,
What's going on?
It's fugazi. You know, it's nothing. You know what I mean? It means nothing. You know, right now, at this point in time in the season, you know, it's man. We got a little injury here and there too. You know what I'm saying? It's really nothing though. I wouldn't be worried about it, is what I'm saying.
Howie, when you was a kid, when your mom used to always come in and ask you something, you used to always be like, it's nothing, huh?
It's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing. Means nothing. Especially with my team here. This means nothing. This was May. I'd be a little worried. But this is March. We still watching college guys right now.
Howie, if it's May, you're going home.
Yeah, if it's May, you're going home.
But right now, this ain't gonna make it to May.
Yeah, we still trying to get our brackets together and all that right now for the NCAA tournament. You know, now once this tournament is over, then we can start. We're gonna go full-fledged NBA.
I just want to make sure you know, because if it's May, if you lose 4 in a row, you're going home.
Yeah, you're going home in May. Yeah,
that's it. Hey, talk to me. What's your thoughts on Detroit Pistons? Is this an anomaly? You know what I mean? Is it just a speed bump? Because every team, let's be honest, I would like to crap all over Detroit Pistons, but every single team has their bumps, you know, during the season. Everybody does. So that's why I'm not getting, you know, too panicked about it, but I'm not a Detroit Pistons fan. So how you looking at Jay?
When Mo said that Frank is petty AF,
Yeah, I am.
He's petty, bro.
Yeah, I am.
You heard the way he framed it. You know, hey, Philip, you know, the Pistons are currently having a 4-game losing streak. He could have just said, you know, they had some bumps in the road. He could have phrased it differently, but he just want to rub it in.
Yeah,
just a little salt. Just a little salt.
You know what I mean? Listen, I really don't care about these things necessarily unless it continues.
Right.
Because you know how the playoffs work. Whatever team is hot going into the playoffs is normally hot throughout the playoffs.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be staggering and stumbling and tripping into the playoffs, you know, on losing streaks and inconsistent play, because somebody going to be hot.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, it was the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
This year, it's going to be somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So
it looked like it might be the Celtics. Go ahead, you can say it. Go ahead, you can say it. It looked like it might be the Celtics. Go ahead.
Y'all ain't hot, man. Y'all
All right, okay, all right. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna come back to that.
Y'all cold is
We ain't
country
cold.
country time lemonade.
Yeah, well, if that's cold, I hate to see what hot is for you. And your
You know what I mean? But no. I mean, but you're right though. Like, let's say if Tatum comes in and things take off with them and they get hot working as a unit and they stumbling into it,
they worked as a unit. They were up by 24, 25 against Cleveland, who was on a super hot streak. They doing all right. With
They
Tatum.
look good. Celtics look good.
But let me see how D Jones is doing. D Jones, you okay over there, bro?
He's driving now.
No, he ain't driving.
Yeah, I'm driving. Give me a second. What you gotta realize is gas is going up. We're bombing places, and this is all just a ploy to get you away from the fouls. That's all this is. This ain't got nothing to do with basketball, really. This is about them Epstein files, and they try to distract you with this losing streak. But really, we need to be concerned about. We just lost Jesse Jackson.
He's talking about everything
P-Bo Bryson.
he ain't talking about no Pistons
no more. But okay, with the Pistons, so we didn't make any deals at the trade deadline, and for sure we need some shooting because when Cade ain't hot, we can't shoot to save our life. Asar is hurt, and it shows on defense. His hustle, that Thompson twin hustle and defense is like on some Rodman type level because Miami shouldn't have blew us out last night. They could have won, but getting blown out, it meant something without that defense. And then we got a cat coming off the bench. In the beginning of the year, brought him up from the G League, Danish Jenkins. He was playing for his life. He was playing for a contract. He helped beat Boston. He helped beat all the good teams. Once he signed that contract, he butt.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't really have secondary scoring. So I am concerned because my expectations was to get out the first round. I think we're going to do that. But then when they kept winning, I'm like, hey, we can get to the finals. But now I'm really concerned.
White Chocolate, what's your take on this?
I think D Jones needs the career in politics as he tried to deflect away from the 4-game losing streak.
He tap danced all around that.
And so listen, I just looked real quick because I didn't realize. Do you realize the Celtics have the 4th best record in the NBA?
And do you realize they're 2.5 games back behind Detroit?
They have. Listen, I understand the talk about San Antonio, but the Celtics are not mentioned when we do top 5s or anybody does a top 5. No one's putting the Celtics in there. They have Denver, they have San Antonio, they have Houston, they have Detroit, et cetera, et cetera.
Because they ain't top 5.
What's that?
Because they're not top 5. That's why they're not mentioned.
And
listen, they're going to be top 5 at some point because with Tatum back, I think they're going to make some noise. So Detroit loses streak. Frank, you said it already. Every team has bumps. It doesn't matter how good you are. The season's long. And you have back-to-back games and injuries and nicks and, people have, get on the trainer's table and so forth as the season wears on. So, and D. Jones just said it. They don't have shooting. So they're gonna have a problem.
See, I didn't think that I thought they had a better overall team than what they really have right now because what I'm seeing now that if Cade doesn't play like almost perfectly, it's going to be a problem for them, man. And that makes me a little nervous about them.
Honestly, it makes me nervous about them, too. I think they might be a first-round exit if they don't figure this out without Cade.
Let's slow down.
I'm telling you, because what they
no way they're going to be a first-round exit.
Let me finish. What teams are realizing is if you could collapse on Cade and you can stop him from scoring, Detroit's not able to move the ball and not able to score. That's why I've been saying from the beginning of the season, they ain't gonna do nothing because they need a shooter. And by them not getting a shooter by the trade deadline, that could be a huge mistake. And every year we all know this too. Every year, and Jay, you could agree or disagree, but we all talk about this too. Every year there's a team that's supposed to do well that doesn't do well because they didn't do something they were supposed to do. Every single season. It happens every year. And I'm just hoping for D. Jones' sake that it's not going to be the Detroit Pistons because it's not.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
That this 4-game losing streak, man, is like you said. It's really, honestly, what happens. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's that time of the year. Let's get that out right now. We have a great coaching staff, bro. They know what to do. Bickerstaff understands what's happening. Trust me when I tell you, the Detroit Pistons will not be a first round because that is going way above. That's your Celtic fandom coming out.
I'm not saying they
You
will.
know what I'm saying? But
I'm saying they can if they don't figure
but
out.
anybody can though. Anybody could be
Hold on.
outside.
Let me finish. They can if they don't figure out how to handle this Cade Cunningham situation.
will.
when they don't score.
I just told you
They
they got
haven't,
coach.
they haven't though, but they haven't. That's what I'm saying. They haven't.
But they will. We got a long way to go.
All right.
It may be a personnel issue, though. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't
Yeah,
took a
that's-
shit
that's
yet
exactly
today,
what
but
I'm
I'm sure I
saying.
will.
It's a personnel issue because they don't have a shooter. They should have went out there and made a trade for anybody who they know could shoot 35% or more or better. That's what they should have did, and they didn't do that. You know what I mean? They just didn't do that.
But that is not indicative of what's about to happen. You keep saying that like, oh, that means that they're going to get bounced out.
Howie Bell,
That
in the
doesn't mean that.
playoffs- And Howie Bell in the play. Let me look at the time. Howie Bell in the playoffs, right? You win by two people who could score, one who could drive the basket, and one who could shoot the lights out. That's how you win championships. If you
Man,
can
you
stop
win by
one-
good defense too, though.
of course, defense happens that too. But I'm saying to score the ball, you got to have. If you're on the other side of score, you got to have good defense and not score, and you ain't gonna win.
Yeah, but if I keep taking the ball away from you in the game, it's an 80-point game tops, and we keeping it like that. You know, I leave my team a chance to win.
You might get to
But Howard-
the conference finals, but you ain't gonna win nothing like that. You ain't
But
winning
Howard,
nothing like that.
but Howard, you can have the best coaching staff, the best coach in the world. If he say, Howard, go out there and wrestle that sumo wrestler.
Yeah,
I don't care what he whispered to you, how much he coached you up. That sumo wrestler, he gonna throw it on your ass, bro. That's
He
just
will.
what's gonna happen.
You
You
will.
know what I mean?
But that's for everybody.
No, see, for me, I mean, I didn't think that Cade meant that much to them. You know what I'm saying? I thought some of the surrounding players were better than what they've shown over the past.
But
You know what I mean?
Jay, you got to remember, Cade was injured, and we was winning when he was injured. He wasn't playing, so this is not a telltale sign of what's to come. That's why I'm looking at y'all, listening to y'all like y'all crazy. But I'm here locally in Detroit, so I see everything. But I'm telling you, it's not as deep as you think it is. You know,
But it's
people
not
here
cutting time right now, though. You know what I'm saying? It's March. Playoffs start in April.
Yeah. And when they were winning, when Cade was injured, that was the beginning of the season, not halfway of the season, not the end of the season. That was the beginning when people were still trying to figure out their teams, figure out their rotations, figure out who's going to play, who wasn't going to play. This is a different time. Now everybody knows who they are. Everybody knows who's the scorer.
We'll see.
I mess with the Pistons.
We'll see.
I mess with the Pistons. I'm concerned.
For Bernie Bickerstaff, I would like to see, unless they play the Celtics, I would like to see them win because I really like Bernie Bickerstaff. That man deserves all the flowers because the way the NBA has treated him over the years and the teams he had, he deserves everything. Like he is, if he ain't one of the top best three coaches in the league, and somebody tell me like you don't know basketball because
absolutely,
he is the third best coach in the league and has been for years, years. And that debacle that happened when he was in Phoenix with Chris Paul and all, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
We'll see. All I gotta say in the end of that, but I'll say the Pistons I wouldn't panic. Even for Detroit Pistons fans, I wouldn't panic. None of panic.
Well, for you,
listen, I'm not saying panic. I'm just saying
for you and for your sake, I'm saying panic because I'm not liking what I'm seeing out of Detroit.
I'm not panicking. I'm not going to panic.
Nah, I wouldn't panic.
Not yet.
Thanks to D. Jones who gave me that fire stick. I looked at that game, the Detroit Pistons game, the last two games. And to me, they didn't seem like the same team. They just didn't seem like the same team that I had been watching. They ain't moving the ball the same way. People, when they collapsed on Cade, it didn't seem like the same team or how they got out of the double teams. It just didn't seem like the same team. So for y'all's sake, I'm a worry. Okay, how about that? And
see, the problem, the playoffs is that you don't play a tough team one night and then you got
Right.
3 games of slop dogs. You know what I mean? Every night you got to beat the boys who about that.
4 out of 7. You got to play 4 out of 7 on the same team.
And do it 3 times.
And what Miami did, I was like, I hope Miami didn't lay down the blueprint because, Coach Spoelstra ain't no joke either with coaching. You know what I mean? So
everybody ain't got Bam.
Yeah, that's true too.
Frank, let me give you something real quick before we sign off.
Yeah,
that you asked for earlier in the show.
Go ahead.
Emeka Ubeka finished 5th in the Rookie of the Year voting. Tatoria McMillan finished 1st. He was the wide receiver from Carolina. Number 2, Kyrus Tonga from the Patriots signed with Kansas City, 3 years, $21 million. Max Crosby did play at Eastern Michigan. He'll be 29 in August. And the Cincinnati Bengals signed Boya Mafe to a 3-year, $60 million deal, defensive end, and they signed Brian Cook. So maybe they're going to try and address the defensive side of the ball. Those
that sounds like it.
Won't leave.
They sound like they're better, or somebody
got to do something.
Somebody's going to get fired halfway through the season, not even make the end of the season. Anyway, name of the show's called Box Seats. We got more signings to talk about because I didn't even get through half the list. I'm looking at the list. Tomorrow's show, we got to talk about that. We got to talk about the LeBron situation of not playing again, the Luka situation that's boiling over again, the Lakers. We got to talk about the Colts re-signing Alec Pierce. Of course, the Rams did some noise. There's a lot of things that's happening, and I think there's a lot of things that will happen for the next couple of days.
We didn't talk about the Lakers beating the Knicks.
Yeah, and got to talk about that tomorrow. I
bet you Mo don't call in for that show.
Yeah. The show's called Box Seats, y'all. We will be back tomorrow. We're going to finish this conversation. Thank y'all for tuning in. The name of the show's called Box Seats. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, what you need, yeah.